at the rhythm of the sun. Well, I was wide awake until the dawn upon her face, and the echoes of our song as it hummed along. So stay with me, you are my missing pieces. Oh, you are my missing pieces. You are my missing pieces. So won't you stay with me?
That's right, Ludo. I'm Sarah.
Sarah.
Oh, here, let me help you. You okay?
Sarah. Sarah, friend.
Good morning.
I will never get sick of that.
Never. You could be on every week, and I will gladly watch that introduction.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Sarah. Friend.
Hello, friend.
Hello, Richard. Hello, Johnny. Again.
Hello.
And happy Thanksgiving. Belated
Happy Thanksgiving. So in true Throga fashion, we had lots of technical difficulties. So Sarah's joining us on her phone, so the audio might cut in and out a little bit. We're going to work with that. And welcome, Shenmies. Welcome, Thronelies, to
Welcome,
this
one
morning.
and all.
Very special day. We are doing a full album reaction. And it looks like we already have 500 people in the chat.
From the first second. That's amazing.
His fan base is amazing. We're so happy to be with you guys today. So we are going to go through the entire album. So there's a lot to go through. There are, is it 14 tracks?
Yep.
Okay.
14. 4.
Yes. So we're going to listen to all of them. We are listening to the actual studio recordings. We've seen Charlie live many times, of course. We love that and we'll continue to do that. But there's something to be said about the art.
Removing the visual.
Yeah, removing the visual and hearing that, but also there's an art form to that. And we know Charlie puts us all into the creation of capturing the sound. So this is his sonic vision, and we want to appreciate that fully as well. So that's why we're doing that.
Yes.
And the Zhou Shen North American Fan Club, who is linked in the description, who Sarah is representing today, has put together 14 exclusive videos for us to watch, all the lyric translations for us for this event only. So I'm going to thank you guys 1,000 times, but let's start off right away. Thank you, Sarah, and your team.
Amazing.
I think Allison, I think I already saw Gaia in here, and I know there's some others that put in hours and hours and hours to make today's event happen. So thank you in advance for that.
Thank you, everybody.
And Sarah's going to hook us up with some summaries, some introductions to each of the songs, and we're going to have extended summaries and translations that will be pinned in the first comment of the live stream immediately after live stream is done, so you guys can dive in and learn even more that way. Okay? And
yes, but before we do, please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you always know what we are up to next.
Yes. And please be sure to check out the description below where you can buy us a coffee, help support this page, this channel, and events just like this. And you can even become a Thronely member, silver, gold, or diamond memberships with all sorts of perks. One of them being exclusive reaction shorts, which we just did one of Charlie, actually. And you can also visit our shop where you can get one-on-one online songwriting lessons with Johnny or singing lessons with myself, if that's something you'd like to check out. All right. So the album is called Shenself. I'm freaking out a little bit inside because I have owned this album for over a month. It is in my iTunes playlist, and I've denied myself of listening to the second half. I have heard the first half. Is there anything you want to set us up with initially in this intro?
Yeah. So I am super excited about today's show because, it's Zhou Shen's new album, second album, Shenself, and little bit on the background of the album itself. It's 7 years in the making for this album, so with a lot of work going into this album. So it's jam packed with a lot of good stuff, and as Zhou Shen says himself, this album is really all of who he is, different pieces of him, different facets of Zhou Shen that people probably don't really know. Maybe, some people have seen him or heard him from a song or another, but they only know one side of him. And so this album really entails a lot of different sides that you don't usually see at all. So it's very, very interesting and exciting for us to explore today. And so this story of this whole album, it takes place 200 years into the future. So 2224, what's going to happen? Or 200 years from now. So, we're exploring questions like, what's going to happen with technology and humanity, what's going to be the constant, 200 years from now. And then we also get into a glimpse of his insights on life and emotions, humanity, and the future as well. So, yeah, let's dive into it.
Yeah, we always suspected that he was from the future, so this kind of confirms that.
It really does. It was that 7 years was the time it took to create the portal in order to go 200 years in the future and come back and share his wisdom with all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so this intro is short. I think we might have heard this a long time ago. It's kind of like a teaser or whatever. Let's check it out again.
Yes.
I'm going to keep you, Sarah, I'll keep you on for this one. And then when we switch to the other songs with them singing, I'm going to have you off screen if that's okay. And then just because you're distracting. You're the most beautiful of the three, Johnny. I know you're worldwide handsome too, but we got,
I can't,
worldwide beautiful one here. So,
About a greatness.
All right, here we go.
My crown.
Yes.
What is he repeating? Oh, sorry, I can't hear you while it's playing. What is he repeating there?
So examine. So 检查 in Chinese is examine, like you're examining yourself or examine. More kind of like a robot, a droid.
Okay.
Doing its check, kind of.
Okay, cool. All right, I backed it up. Let me play that again. Oh, thank you for the super sticker right away. And I can't read this. I don't know if you can, Sarah, their name. It's going to disappear. Thank you.
Gaia is also shocked at how human I look today at this early in the morning.
We all are.
I can't believe it either. I don't know what I did last night. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
my god!
Yeah. Little opening teaser.
But it's such it's a cool intro because it puts you in like a direction, mentally, emotionally, physically. So he's got these robotic elements, right, in that loop of his voice at the beginning. But all this like that ethereal. It reminds me of like some early '90s like Enya kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like that new age, just like little blend of sound mixed in with the loop. So it kind of like puts you in a spatial direction, which is, I thought, really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can get kind of like a vibe to it.
Yeah. Okay, so on to Mirage. Set us up, please.
Okay, so Mirage, we've done reaction before, but it's a song talking about obsession, or another way of putting it is something that you're very stubborn on holding on to. Like maybe it could be, your persistent like obsession of a person, an event, something that happened in the future, or happening in the future, like your goals or your passion, or even like it could even be like negative obsession over like someone or something that you're really holding on to, like, you know, and that could either help you become a better person, you know, you can move forward towards that obsession of yours, like your goal, or, you know, you could keep you know, stuck in one place because of that stubbornness of like holding on to something that's keeping you down. Yeah.
So
it's,
and we have heard this before. We have a bit of an issue. This link has been removed by the uploader. Right?
Oh.
So if we can just quick find out what that is. Yes, Johnny, fill us in. We haven't even gotten into the album yet.
Yeah, Johnny, play Mirage.
What should I play?
Working for me. The link works for me. Are you using the Google Sheet or Google Doc?
I was. Can you text that to me real quick? It is working for you. So maybe I copy pasted in wrong.
Yeah.
Live, baby.
We're nothing but genuine.
It's all real.
All right, here it is. I got the link. 1 second. Copy. Yeah, that must have came in wrong. All right.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, it's actually very autobiographical of what's going on.
So that's the link that you just gave me. Is it set to private instead of unlisted?
Uh-huh.
Perhaps. Why isn't it playing in here?
That's weird.
Hold on, let me try in a different.
Yeah, you haven't heard the Godfather theme in a while.
Oh, okay, so it's working on another browser. Hold on. The link is good. Hold on 1 second. Why isn't it working here?
Okay, entertain us,
Hi,
Johnny.
Richard, Johnny, and Sarah. Thank you for doing this session. Can't wait till it starts.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
I'll sing the intro.
Thank you so much for your patience, and thank you for the coffees. And Van Pham, thank you for the super sticker. I'm not sure what they're for yet, but we greatly appreciate your encouragement to continue. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Thank you to Days also for the super sticker.
I love this. I remember this.
Yes.
Such a vibe.
数字的晨昏是否更缤纷？放生的情人是否更忠贞？推开一扇门，还有万千重门。
Sorry, everything's getting a little weird. Here we go.
生命何尝不是从无有到无有？倘若感动邂逅，依然有泪在流。不管是否深处的失落，世界如何虚构，情愿一生如梦游。在电话的荒丘，寻真实的绿洲。歌声淡若浮游，也仰望着宇宙。那来自过去古老的眼神。
The sound it up.
如何能辨认此刻是花
情分是否曾悔改？克隆的肉身是否有灵魂？你在追问，却从来都没结论。Can it be me？ 生命何尝不是从无有到无有？倘若感动时候依然有泪在流，不管是否身处那山浪，世界如何虚构，请愿一生如梦游。在变幻的环球，寻真实的旅程。
This line in the digital wasteland, questioning for a real oasis. I mean, there's I don't know how literal that translation is, and Sarah, maybe you can fill us in on that one, because that is one of the most difficult things to do, is to translate from one language to another and keep a sense of poetry.
Artistically. Yeah.
This is poetry. That line has like so much depth. And that, again, props to your team for translating something like that. But I would imagine singing this line in English would have the same impact as he's singing in Chinese.
Can you sing it?
In the digital wasteland. I don't know. I will tell you, my neighbors have heard this song because I've played this one quite loud a few times in the car coming home. So I'm familiar with this one, but it's great to have these translations because this gives you just a sense of Charlie's vision into the future, and then to bring it back and then to question where we are and the direction that we're in, I think is wonderful. And this is just one line that really, I think, accentuates that.
Yeah. No, he's hitting some good points already, for sure. And I mean, just the vibe of this song is just so cool. It's such a great, it just gets you started in the right direction.
It's not your typical hype song. It's not like a big, fast build thing, but there's something about it that's still moving you forward musically.
Yeah, I feel like the great conceptual albums, they don't really do that. Their motive is not like, oh, we want to hook them in right away. It's like they're telling a story, and they're setting a vibe, and they're setting the tone. And yeah, because he's sort of keeping a cohesive thing. And yeah, somebody said it right on the hit the nail on the head with the dystopia vibe. He's just, he's nailing that.
Yes. Let's keep going on this one. That's awesome.
Oh man.
Such a good vibe.
Welcome back. I love that.
Everybody jumping in. Just wanted to say hello, and no, you didn't miss much. Just a whole lot of technical issues. So we're just in the swing of things now. And thank you, Natalie Chang, and over here. Thank you for the super stickers. You guys are amazing. Joyce, and Crazy Pig as well, our regulars here. We greatly appreciate that. Sorry, Johnny, you were going to say about the song.
It's awesome. No, it's yeah, it's just such a I love the cool line in and of itself, but what he's doing harmonically there is really cool. Kind of get that parallel fourth.
Yeah.
Just kind of creates again that sort of atonal, just that sort of angular sound, which is really sort of a little bit unsettling, which is perfect for this.
Absolutely. And there's I'm running into it again. I have dead links again. I'm trying to get the next song going. What happened to my links here? What if I do it this way? It's not you, it's me.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
George
I think I
Costanza.
solved it. I think I know what I'm doing. Nope. No! Why aren't these working?
Gosh, there's so many obstacles, but it's okay. We're gonna conquer them.
Can you send me a text to the actual document? I'm gonna pull them right from there. I obviously did something wrong when I copy pasted them into my form.
Yes.
This is me, not the Zhou Shen North American Fan Club. My bad. In the meantime, while I'm getting that, here we could watch this. This I have one of our new features for our members. So if even at just one coffee per month, our silver member, you get access to our reaction shorts. And we just did this one this week. Someone suggested this because you guys recommend them and then we do them. This one, it's super cute. Hold on. When I say super cute, I'm referring to the one in the middle, not Johnny and I.
That.
It's Charlie.
Just reading this?
It's like almost like a Celtic.
So pure. Just a pure soul.
I feel like this is completely impromptu.
It seems like that.
This is weird seeing ourselves.
I know. Whatever this is, I love it. Whatever going on with little green elves popping out.
The entire vibe. He's got this cool like little yodel thing going on, and it just feels impromptu. And like you said, it just seems pure.
I mean, is there a purer person on the planet than Zhou Shen?
I don't know the answer to that.
His voice just sends me.
Yeah. Love it. So those are a little example of what we do on those. And I think I have the links finally working when we should be good to go for the rest of the show. Okay. All right. We're good.
Okay. Restart.
Let's
Great
keep this
title for what's going on.
So now we're starting the show.
Yes.
All right.
So this is Restart. Yep.
Okay. Now, Restart. This is the song after Mirage. And the story of this song is, in the world 200 years from now, everyone has an opportunity to restart with their memories intact. You can restart your whole life, but you remember everything from your current life. Would you press the restart button if you could? When they asked Zhou Shen this question, he said no, because of all the horrible things he went through and all the hardship he went through. He's like, I don't want to go through that again. But I mean, that's what made him who he is today, and that's why he's strong and where he's at right now. But yeah, that posed the question: would you press the restart button?
Interesting.
That is a great question. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the answer is inside of the song. Is my guess. He will reveal. Here we go.
That's cool.
I like the organic guitar sound bringing in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sally. And thank you, Annie, for the 3 coffees.
Yeah, thanks so much.
心爱记住，遗憾也记住，独自反复回到最初，人生曲复拼图，太多次迷路，太多次失误。I'm ready now, I'm ready now, I'm ready now。重启进度，睁眼看见年轻父母，请把我到来当作礼物。从此我会忍住不哭，哪怕再无助，别让他们辛苦。Ready now, ready now, I'm ready now。少年人生，少女悲伤，孤独一颗骨，这路要小心翼翼一步。遥远守护，继续追逐，或是体面结束。我终于不再一无是处，与你重逢啊，人世初相见，我已很满足。I'm ready now, I'm ready now, I'm ready now。悄悄付出，重来几次才能清楚每段岔路与每个时刻，每条没有尽头旅途，用满身尘土换渺小幸福。
Just a quick stop. Two things while I'm thinking of it. One is, if you haven't heard this album yet and you're enjoying what you've heard so far, and we're just getting into it now, we do have links in the description where you can go purchase them. You know, at iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, we have all those links available. So please go check it out. We've purchased it. This is just our first all through listen to it. But musically, I just wanted to say, when I listen to the album, because I listened to the EP version of it, the first half, and we've heard obviously a couple tracks from this previous Johnny, you and I have in reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Without knowing the lyrics, I fully enjoyed the experience of where his voice takes me, with having no context, because there's such a sentiment in his delivery. It's not overproduced. He's not doing anything extravagant with his voice to show off, and they're not doing anything in post-production to overcorrect or do anything weird with it. It's just this warm, gentle,
setting a tone, setting a vibe.
Yes, and so that is there in and of itself. And then as I'm reading the lyrics, and I'm finally able to kind of process the lyrics now, not just because they're in front of me, but because I like to listen first. It deepens that well that I didn't really expect to go further into.
Mm-hmm. That's how I tend to listen to stuff anyway. I mean, that's just my ear is naturally drawn to melody and chord changes. So I'm always going to sort of, the hierarchy is always that. And then
right.
if I like that, then I'll tend to dive deeper and read the lyrics a little bit more. And gosh, if you can have a song that is sonically and also pleasing, but also the meaning is deep, I mean, you win. And that's what he's doing.
Yeah, because it invites you to just keep going back and peel the layers off of what does it mean, and be, it's thought-provoking, which is always better. So this is great, especially for those of us who don't speak Chinese, because we can come back here and really understand it more.
Yeah, I mean, so far the concepts that are being discussed in these first 3 songs, but 2 songs really with words, are pretty thought-provoking. I mean, what a question to pose. I mean, I'm sure that's something that we all deep down kind of like definitely resonate with, but don't necessarily think to ask. So that's why we have poets and artists. They pose these questions that we all feel, but maybe we don't have access to it at times.
Perfectly.
Yeah, real quick before we go on too, I just want to comment on his voice. It's good, Richard. He's got a really good voice. No, it's amazing. Like you were saying, it's his delivery is simple, not over the top, perfect for the song. But what is so subtly impressive, which I've talked about before, is his ability to just implement himself in so many different styles so seamlessly. I mean, this is like an Elliott Smith acoustic alternative song, and it's just his approach to this is totally different than the last song we heard. His more operatic stuff, obviously, his more the traditional Chinese songs that we've heard. I mean, just the way his phrasing is, he's doing notes, they're a little bit shorter. They're just the way he's like coming off the notes are different than he would normally do.
I noticed that too, yeah.
And totally, I mean, 100% believable. It's like you would think if you didn't know him and you heard this song for the first time, you would think, oh, this is what this guy does amazingly well. And that is a true gift, because not everybody has that. So there's some amazing vocalists out there, and they do their thing really well, and they might do a couple things really well. I mean, he's one of those rare instances where he does everything, every style that he does. It's so good, and it's convincing.
Yeah. All right, let's continue this journey.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Thanks for joining us, Angela. Our pleasure.
Yeah, nice. It's really a simple song, but really effective.
So, I found, just realizing this now, he's looping the chorus in English. Like, I know it's obvious, but it's like, that's interesting in and of itself. Is there a reason for that? I mean, is it just because he knows his fan base is worldwide, or do we see that a lot on the album? Any thoughts on that?
Not really a lot on the album, but I mean, he is fluent in English, and so maybe, like you said, he is hinting that he is going globally now.
Well, and that's kind of what I was wondering. I was just like, oh, it's interesting that he's even like implementing that. It does kind of open doors just a little bit, like kind of foreshadowing maybe.
And the fact that English is a universal language, so it's like most people know. Thankfully for us that it's a universal language.
It's not actually universal. It's just that
we're not universal, but everybody, most people know it.
Yes, because we're too slow to learn anything else.
Yes.
Speaking for myself, anyway.
Yeah.
Johnny, do you mind? Well, I set up the next song. Can you thank our coffee buyers real quick?
Oh yeah. I would love to. Okay. Thank you to when do we? Oh yeah. Okay. Yogi. Thank you so much, Chris. Zhao. Annie. Somione. Jalen. Thank you. And Audrey. You guys are awesome.
Yes, and just so you know, if we miss you during the live stream, we apologize. Johnny always goes back and thanks you directly as well after the live stream within a couple of days or whatever. And if you do 5 coffees or more, he even leaves you a video, because who doesn't want to look at your face?
Yeah, many people, I'm sure.
And also Julie Lynn, Kismet Chow, YM2G, Lamb, Mercury, UC Lee, Sissy Day, Natalie Chang. You guys are amazing. And a couple names I can't pronounce. They're right here on my shirt. Just unbelievable support from his fan base. And it certainly encourages us to do more reactions. We're going to listen to him anyway out of love of Zhou Shen, but it definitely encourages us to do more reactions. So we do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Sarah, back to you. What is our next song?
All right, the next song is one of my personal favorite songs when this first came out. It's called The Memory Store. So the story is, in the future, there's going to be a store called the Memory Store where you can go in and you can purchase any memories that you would like.
What a concept.
And there's a customer that's going to the store and trying to find this childhood memory of him or her on the swing, but he couldn't find it. And then so the manager was trying to sell him other memories, like, oh, what about a beautiful sleep where you don't have any nightmares, or some other memories. But
right,
yeah. And during the concert, he was saying, like, if there's a memory store, then he would immediately rush into the shop to buy the sweetest, most beautiful, most precious memory of you guys with me.
Aww.
So that's
that sounds like Charlie. Was that the show you were at? Did he say that?
No, I wasn't at the show where he sang this live, unfortunately, but I got other amazing live, so I'm happy.
One day we will join you.
Yeah. What an awesome concept. He's like Pixar. He's like just. I mean, Pixar just comes up with the most brilliant ideas already.
Yeah.
The first 3 songs here.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's jump in. Excited to see the translation for this. Thank you for giving us all the credits to the song, too, you guys. These are the details that I love in an artist's mind. This line, "Mom, I want to soar," and then you have this echo, like just like that. It's like a sound that reflects the concept. Mm-hmm. You hear all these little gems in songs like this. It's just so well done.
That's cool.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you break that down real quick? I'm really curious. Because
Yeah, so the song's in G minor. Okay, then it goes to this E flat. So that E flat, F, and that D with the F sharp in the bass. That's
I love
leading
that.
back up to the minor chord again, the G minor. That's really
'Cause he
cool.
coulda
And also,
just-
it sort of clashes with the melody, but in a very cool way. So
Yes.
so when you hear that melody, that G over that F sharp,
It like
weird, but in context, and if it moves quick enough, it has a really cool sound because it's like slightly jarring, but it also works really well.
because if you just started the song that way, it would be like, oh, or like it would feel disjointed. But yeah, the fact that he moves through it quickly just gives it a sense of, I don't know, just it draws attention to it in a really beautiful way.
Yeah, it's just a little dissonant, and that's that tension and release that we talk about, musically speaking.
Yes.
Which is really pleasing. It's like people like that, just like, oh, little jarring, but then it resolves right away, and it's like, oh, that feels good, you know.
Exactly.
Talking music, man.
耶、
找遍了记忆商店，他说想再荡个秋千，妈妈我想飞得高点，星球以光速穿越，妈妈我想落到地面，大个秋千，要我去找花园。只需要荡起脚尖，只需要等着落地。没什么要明白，没什么要勇敢。大个秋千。
Cool. That's super dry at the end.
Yes. Oh, I want to hear that again, actually. And the whisper, too. Hold on.
没什么要勇敢。大个秋千。
So
Nice.
when Johnny refers to it as being dry, he's referring to the effect. So you typically have like a delay and a reverb, some combination in the context of a mixed vocal, because that kind of helps it blend in with the
Just a
drums.
dimension, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And then all of a sudden to pull away the other instruments and go dry, I mean, it's like he's just like right in your ear in that moment. It's just like zooms you in. And so you're just like left. It's just really, really great choices. And those are the things you can't really execute live. And that's why that's just a good moment, a detail in the context of a mixed, produced studio album that is going to bring an artistic vision to life that you can't emulate live. So that was a really good example of that.
Yeah,
Really
no,
well done.
that's using the studio as an artistic tool. That's what it should be for. So it's not
Absolutely.
just, the studio's not just like, oh, I'm going to sing my song and record it. It's, you can use different things to give it a certain effect.
Yeah. I can't wait to, I think my schedule is going to allow it. I'm totally going to meditate to this whole album later. Like, I can't wait to just like shut off the lights and just disappear.
And that's what he does. And I love how patient he's being so far with these first 4 songs. I mean, they're all kind of like sort of chill, which I think is great because it's just creating a feeling as opposed to singles, just radio singles,
Right. Which has its benefits, obviously, its strategic benefits, but he's done that. Like every single song he's done on the competition shows they're designed to show off. They're designed to, here's 3 minutes of like everything I can do, which is impossible for him in 3 minutes, but it's like, showing off a style or range or something that has more of the quote unquote wow factor. This, I get why this is 7 years of creativity, because it's 7 years of his life of thought and processing. And so I love the word you used a second ago, Johnny, patient. It's just allowing his mind to just creatively express himself in a way that's not a flash, but it's a journey, and it's really interesting. Super well done so far.
Yep.
And thank you. Was it Audrey and we just had I missed them. What are the coffees?
Audrey, Charity Chow, and
thank you so much.
And Liz bought 10 coffees. Thank you so much, Liz.
Thank you, Liz. She said something too. I missed it. I can never find it on my phone. I don't know where you find it.
Well, awesome, guys. Thank you for supporting my fave, Zhou Shen.
Oh, absolutely.
You are welcome.
Okay.
One of our faves too.
The Giver. This one we've also heard. Set us up, please.
Yes. So The Giver is basically about the story of so in the future everyone will have a well-being robot that monitors how you are doing, how's your emotion, how's your well-being.
Okay.
And in this song it talks about this droid is giving their owner or his owner warning signals because it's noticing that the owner has not been taking care of his own well-being but only taking care of others, like putting others first and always thinking about others first, and just kind of exhausting himself. And the robot's trying to warn him, like, warning, like, take care of yourself, come on, like, you're gonna burn out. And unfortunately the warnings went unheard by the owner, and so the robot actually felt heartache, learned how to feel heartache for the owner. And
the imagination that's taking place in these concepts is
I was just going to say,
astounding.
Do you know if he did? Do you know if he co-wrote the concepts of this? Are these all Charlie's ideas?
Yeah. So I mean, of course, like he was part of the whole production, right? So like he said, a song is who he is, like a piece of him. It represents him. And also, like a fun fact, song is this is the song that took them the shortest amount of time to record, and he actually cried after one of the recording, and the whole studio went silent, and that was the version they used for the.
I love that.
The album, and I cried too because I'm a people pleaser, so this really speaks to me, the song. And so yeah, this is also the purpose of the album. Like he wished, like, because everyone can kind of relate to him, like, in one song or another, or maybe multiple songs in the album. So
sure,
hopefully everyone who listens to the album can find their own piece in this album as well.
Yes. And if you haven't already, go to the description below to go buy the album and help support Charlie directly. Be sure to do that as well. All right,
yes,
let's keep going. Thank you for that setup, Sarah.
Anytime.
Thanks, Sarah.
迁就对方的节奏，感受对方的感受，请求对方的请求，成就对方的成就。原地不动，不忍释手，你等在情绪代谢的最下游，予取予求，照单全收，别人的任性汹涌。为何你心情表情从来不相同？为何你伤得越重，笑得越轻松？不停点头，不折不扣，一付出就是全部的最上游，毫无保留，尽你所
you can take
Another
any
example
one
of a
of
dry
these.
vocal.
You can take any one of these lines and just make a meme or a poster out of it, and just you
Yeah.
just pull at that thread and just go into a whole nother song and a whole nother song.
Yeah, it's dense. It's yeah. The meaning is definitely
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
dense stuff
crazy
going on.
because we've heard the song before, and the lyrics, the poetry, just give just more weight to the feeling you have to begin with, and not every album does this. Not every song does this. Like sometimes it's like, wow, I love this song. Then you hear the lyrics, you're like, oh, that's what it's about. And sometimes there's a letdown, and it's just kind of like, oh, well, I used to like the song. It's kind of like sucks the wind out of the sails because it created a different emotion inside. So to have these lyrics support and deepen what you're hearing is just so much better than what a lot of other experiences I've had. And I'll jump to where we are. So we're at 148. I just want to go back to the very beginning real quick before I forget. His opening line, the way, not the lyric, the way he's singing it.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this where it's so tempting to go in and overcorrect pitches and like put it right on the lines and make things perfect and satisfy the pop culture expectation in our society that's just been gone a little over the top.
It's a slippery slope because you start doing that and then you start losing perspective, and then it's tough to like just resist that urge to perfect and just let something breathe and be human.
And here, he is allowing himself to be human, and it's just a little off in the most gentle, perfect way. And I want to be very clear, I'm not accusing him of having poor skill or not being able to find the note or not performing well. It's not what I'm saying at all. He maintained a balance between skill, knowing exactly where he wants to be with the pitch, but allowing the unconscious mind, the emotions, just shift it ever so slightly that just makes it feel just more genuine and not robotic at all. Unlike that opening intro track that is just pure, takes you to that robotic sense. So this line
it's
here,
the imperfections, whether
sorry, go ahead.
It's the imperfections, whether intentional or sometimes unintentional, that make it perfect. That's what
it's human.
Why it's human. Yes,
it's right here. First two lines, I think it was. Not that one.
Yeah, a little flat, but it's great.
Got the emotion there. Just like coming up to it. That right there too. It's just like hangs just under. But if you went right to it, it would suck the life out of the meaning of the song.
Sterilize the whole thing, yeah.
So when you hear Zhou Shen, technically, mechanically, flat or sharp, I promise you it is by design for emotional triggering and not because he couldn't go there and be right on the pitch.
Yes.
I just love that about him.
Yeah, and he is a great pop singer. Like I'm fully behind him going worldwide. I feel like, not that I should say that again. He is totally capable of taking the world by storm because he like checks off all the those markers for what it takes to to be a pop singer too. Because he's obviously, we know he's what he does, but
right,
like to be a pop singer, you have to have a sort of a certain sound, and he's he's got that. He's right there
every time. All right, let's continue with this one, and we'll circle back to I saw the coffee's coming in, so we'll continue in a moment. Thank you so much.
善良是一种沉重，原谅是一种纵容。人前人后，思前想后，你被困进人情世故的中游，为难左右，无力追究，你终将何去何从？为何你心情表情从来不相同？为何你内心也通晓的越隆重？
Yeah,
No!
real quick. I
keep
wanna,
forgetting it ends so so quickly. I want to keep going.
I want to clarify something too, because somebody made a great comment. He's not your typical pop artist. He just because of the depth that he exudes. And I definitely was not trying to lump him into that, because that is what sets him apart from the norm.
But expressing
it's
the capacity of it.
But just to have that sound where if, I'm just envisioning 20 somethings in a club in California, and it's like, that's just blaring. It's like, that totally works. Like that sound that he is exuding, where you don't really hear the lyrics that it's going on. It's just more of just a feel and a vibe. He's like right in that
he checks
arena,
off that box. Yeah.
Which is insane because he's so good at more classical style and more traditional style stuff. And to be able to make that leap to more of a pop sound I think it's really quite a skill.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I
love
forgot what I was going to add. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I love how you mentioned, in the songs where if you hear he's a little off tune or, that doesn't mean like he can't go there. It's like by design. I love what you said about that. Yeah, because I've been trying to learn how to sing his song. I took a class with you and then I'm trying to.
Sarah's a beautiful singer, by the way.
Huh?
I said Sarah's a beautiful singer, by the way. For those
nice.
of you. You have a lovely voice. I love your voice.
Oh, thank you. You too.
She laughs. You too. Kind of.
What was I saying? Oh my gosh. I lost the train of thought. No. I was saying it's hard to imitate exactly how the emotion he's trying to, express with how he sings it, because it's so subtle, it's so gentle, and it's like a little breath here or like a little trembling there. But the point is actually not to imitate it. So when I'm working with the student, this is something we talk about, is the idea is that, you can learn we all learn from mimicking, right? It's like, oh, here's the word, here's the timing, here's the pitch, and the style of things, we mimic it, we learn from that, and that has great value. But what Charlie's doing in these songs, and he does the same thing in a song he didn't write or didn't have any initial concept or influence over, if it's a cover song, he still expresses it in a way that's genuine to him. And that's what makes him a great artist. And so that is, of course, what I would encourage for you too. If you're learning, Sarah, and anybody listening, if you're wanting to sing like Charlie, you learn from Charlie first, and then you have to remove his influence in order to express yourself. Because let's face it, that's what Charlie would want you to do. He doesn't want to hear him in your voice. He wants to hear you in your voice. And I think that's what great artists do like him. And that's what we should all do as singers as well.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think that's the perfect. Sorry, were you going to say something, Johnny?
No, go. No, I just want to say, and I think we all want to hear your voice at some point, but not whenever you're ready. I don't want to rush you.
Now.
You don't want to hear Zhou Shen? Yeah. So that's a great transition to the next song.
Yes.
The next song is called Guan, which also means let me be or leave me alone. The meaning of Guan. And Zhou Shen is he did take part in songwriting in this song, in this piece. The lyrics part. I don't know if you guys remember, there was an interview where the interviewer was asking Zhou Shen, what do you want to say to your fans? And then he said "Shao Guan Wo" because at that time, the fans kept asking him to change his profile picture. He changed it to this, and they don't like it. And changed it to that. They have a comment about that. So he's like, just let me be. And then, so this phrase "Shao Guan Wo" actually became a song. It's a really, really famous phrase from him. And so the backstory of this song, the concept is, in 200 years from now, humans are able to travel anywhere they want, anytime. They can be transformed into anything they want. You can become a flower, you become a bug. I don't know. But you can become a piece of snowflake. But it's basically saying, be you, whatever you want to be, just be that. And, if people are trying to tell you otherwise, just gently tell them, hey, 小管我. Remember there was like the hand gesture, the choreography from.
It's almost like next, like.
Yeah.
How do you say it? Shao Guan yo.
少管我.
Shao Guan
Guan
wo.
Wo.
All
right, I'll have to go
Okay.
back and listen many times and learn it.
What would you be, Richard? If you could be anything?
This sounds like a ridiculous response, but myself. It's the only thing I know.
Oh, that's a good answer. I would be my cat because she doesn't do anything. Just what a life.
That for those of you who don't know Johnny's cat, this is Shirley Jones. I'm not actually having technical difficulties, but look at how beautiful she is.
Yeah, she's beautiful because she has nigh a care in the world.
None.
That's the spirit of the song.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Exactly.
Oh, real quick, in a spirit of thanks, your coffee buyers.
Oh, yeah.
Quick.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Hold on a second. Thank you so much to Fiona. Thank you to Angela for your 10 copies. That's
Thank you,
awesome.
Angela.
And Rushmore, thank you so much.
And also super chat to Sun, Kismet, Chao, Music and Magazine, Kasnova, Lo Sai Quen, sorry, Midnight Rambler. Oh, that's in English. Thank you. Julie and Marvis Hung and Sheila and Zhuang Cao, Yao Si Li. Thank you everybody for all of your incredible
You guys
support.
are awesome.
And Somione. You're Sarah's crown at the moment.
Somione.
All right, here we go.
Sarah, what would you be, real quick?
Oh, yes.
I want to be a mermaid.
A mermaid. Oh, I love you. Are adorable.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that you're not already because we can't see what.
That's
what's
true. We have
below
no
that.
proof. You could be for all we
No.
know.
I feel like you are already. So, mission accomplished.
All right, here we go.
Nice.
I think we watched this one, or at least a version of it.
没什么关系，删掉无聊的理由，把沉重身体传送到热带气候，脑袋放空，吹吹海风，用一场远行当作逃离的方舟，做生活困兽，不如去浪漫宇宙，烦恼忧愁，全部都抽空，看霓虹长出柔软的触角，黑的牛仔人换上缤纷躯壳，下一步向左向右看心情都不重要，以下个里的亮起做信号，掠过遍布人生指南的街道，不再回去城市某间禁锢灵魂的巢。我想我可以抓住风中飘散的花，不介意坠入水星或是泥巴，但现在我手拥抱，道别出发，别停下。我想我成为阳光，蔷薇飞鸟山下，我成为昆虫沙粒，一片雪花，我不在乎，这烦恼的忘掉，嘿，少管我。
Yeah, we did the concert version. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, Jade.
嘿，少管我。
Oh my god.
看霓虹长出柔软的触角，黑的鸟的人换上缤纷躯壳，下一步向左向右看心情都不重要，以下个里的亮起做信号，掠过遍布人生指南的街道，不再回去城市某间禁锢里 想我可以抓住风中飘散的花，不介意坠入水星或是泥巴，但现在握手拥抱，道别出发，别停下。我想我真。
Just a quick pause here. So, as you mentioned, we have heard this before. I just love this. Again, journey's the only word for this album, right? I mean, it's just like this future in-depth, like you said, like Pixar level concepts of
Every single one, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is, although it's light mood and fun and spirited in many ways, it still has such a profound thing that we should all practice in the message of the song.
Yeah.
And I love what Joy, what did you put here? It was you love this line too. I think I'll become the sunlight. I mean,
that works too. That's a good one. I like that a lot.
That's
Actually.
great. It's just but the idea of what would you become or what would you do, or how would you handle situations or people, things like that. There's just it's thought-provoking, but also it's okay. There's just that mood feeling at this point of the album where it's like, don't take it too seriously. It's like, you'll never get out alive. It's that,
right. Yeah.
It's that kind of balance, which is cool.
Yeah, that juxtaposition. And yeah, this song has sort of that sort of light, kind of like California-esque sound, you know, that sort of indie. And then there's something he does in the pre-chorus. So it usually goes to the B minor there, but he does it in the pre-chorus. He ends with a
like suspense. And then he throws in these beautiful, almost bel canto, operatic kind of, just uses his instrument. It's like, and here's another instrument, is what it feels like as you're going into this, that bridge area or wherever it was.
Yeah, little acrobatic moments to just remind us.
Yeah.
That he's the man.
But serving the song. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All
right, let's keep going here.
我想我成为阳光，成为飞鸟身下，我成为昆虫沙里一片雪花，我不在乎，将烦恼都忘掉。嘿，少怪我，将这段旅途献给那些不敢祝福。做礼物。
Electric guitar.
Yeah, it's got a little beat to it. I like it.
Little Beach Boys with like more of a modern electric guitar, or even early, I don't even know what time period to throw it in there. Just I'm thinking of the tone of the guitar. But again, as the album's evolving, he's introducing these different textures, these different sonic layers that keep you engaged. It's not just, there's nothing copy paste about this album so far. You're constantly moving forward.
Every song has something different to offer, but it still just keeps it in this zone. It's just. Some of our favorite albums are like that, where it's not necessarily your typical, this is just like the hit parade. It's like from the first second to the end, it transports you to this other realm, which happens with him anyway because of his voice, which but
right.
In this case, it's his voice and the songwriting and the production that's kind of creating that vacuum of just escapism. Like we're just in another world when we're listening to
Absolutely. Thank you, Piper. I agree. You should hit like and subscribe and interact. We greatly appreciate that. Of course, we greatly appreciate the coffees and the super chats, but if you can't or don't want to do that, even just hitting like, sharing it with others, leaving a comment after the live stream helps YouTube's algorithm for this video to be seen by more people and Charlie's love, for lack of a better way of putting it. Greatly appreciated. I also wanted to say, what did I want to say? I'll bring Sarah in so you can look at her while I'm trying to think of what it was I was going to say. I don't remember. We'll just move on. It doesn't matter.
Okay, one thing I want to say about Guan is Zhou Shen is heavily involved in the song, meaning like the lyrics, the composing, the producing, and also whistling is all him. I mean, he works with other people too,
whistling.
but like,
Yes.
yeah.
But so. knowing that's what I was going to say. Knowing when to use his skill sets. That's just wisdom, right? Because when you're younger, early 20s, whatever, it's like I can't imagine having his brain in this to my larynx. It's like I can do 4 or 5 octaves. I can do this style. Like you're tempted to just want to use it all the time because it gets reaction, right? And over time, his wisdom is learning what texture, what style, what tone should I use to serve the song, to tell the story. And you're seeing this just slowly unravel throughout the album. So it's really great. And the other album, Johnny, as you were talking, that I thought of, for me, was Coldplay's Viva La Vida.
Viva La Vida, yeah.
There's not a song on there that's just like I would label as, oh, here's a hit song per se. I mean, it did well or whatever.
There's a couple, like, Viva La Vida, the song.
Yeah. And I'm not suggesting it didn't do well or it doesn't qualify as a hit, but when I first heard the album, it didn't strike me the way some of their previous songs or album have. But when you listen out of context, I should say, like just that song was like, oh, this it's a good song, but it didn't hit me. When I listened to it from the beginning through, that journey was I just absolutely love it. And so that reminds me of this. Yeah. Yeah,
Radiohead does that a lot too. Some of my favorite albums where, it's the ones, for me, the ones that have stood the test of time are the ones like that where, it's not just your obvious hit you over the head. Yeah. But it just sets a tone and it stays there.
Yes.
Can we thank a couple people?
Please do. Let's set up the next song.
Let's see. Where did I end off? I don't know. A couple Somionis. ENDV. Okay. Thank you for your 5 coffees. Thank you, Jade, Veronica, and
thank you.
G Wong bought 20 coffees, which is crazy. Thank you so much.
That deserves an arpeggio. Thank you.
It deserves an arpeggio.
There's only so much I can offer on the piano, okay? I'm limited to my skills.
There you go.
Hey, I could have chose D minor, but that would have been more sad. I needed something celebratory. So there was some production thought put into that arpeggio. Thank you very much.
There was. It was a great arpeggio.
Oh my goodness. Sarah, please set us up. Next is Say Hi.
Look at this little guy.
Hi. Say hi.
Hi.
So, this is a song filled with pink bubbles and lovey-dovey vibes and romantic and all the good stuff, all the sweet stuff. So, quick backstory of another Pixar idea or storyline for this song is 200 years from now, just an ordinary afternoon, there was this cassette player or a Walkman that was being discovered, and then they started playing this cassette player, and then it started playing this beautiful song, drawing people all around, and this song is basically what we're gonna hear. And then they recall how romantic and simple love once was. And so regardless of all the advancement of technologies or AI and stuff like that, but love remain essential and stood the test of time.
Love it. Okay.
That's awesome. Real quick, Richard, can I change my answer from wanting to be a cat in the future to wanting to be that little guy right there?
He does look adorable.
Look at him.
He's so squishy and horrible.
He is loving life.
That's the design of Semi.
Oh,
that's like right.
Say it again.
It's a so Semi. You know what semi means? Do you know what that means?
No.
Mm-mm.
So semi is basically translated to uncooked rice.
Uncooked rice. Okay.
Rice. And so that little guy there is a little rice man.
I want to be a little rice man. I want to be a little rice man.
You want to be a little rice man? That's
It's
a
either
semi.
him or
Yes.
the cute little marshmallow state puff man. It's, you know, one of the two.
Yeah. And people who are overseas were the sea rice or the high.
Oh my goodness. All right, well,
Okay.
let's check this song out real quick. Again, super chat. Thank you to the people right here. I can't say this name. I'm so sorry. And then Wesley and G Shirley Lau, if I'm saying that right. G Wong, super. I think you did the coffees as well. Sun and Kismet and Music and Magazine again. Thank you everybody for your incredible support.
Oh, G Wong get a super chat as well?
I think it's the same person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Go from there. Da, da,
I want to be a little rice man. I want to be a little rice man.
I did too.
Oh, you could be that guy.
I don't have any hair.
You don't need hair. This is your future. This is what you want to be.
That's true. You can have a cloud of hair.
说声嗨，知道你一定回来。窗帘在拍，风铃在抖落。
Thank you, Grace.
尘埃。哦，我的心只装满汽水的大海，屏着呼吸再说声嗨，甜蜜就从全世界涌来。我想在与风相爱，怎样转身你都在眼前美丽，像素都在摇摆，融化成一片花海。
That's cool.
让我一片片随开，随花瓣轻轻涌向你，你会抱紧我，还是摘片云彩，托起我所有伤害？哦，说声嗨，太阳变月亮升起来，我唱着歌。 小猫尾巴在打节拍，你的身影，喜欢梦中不请自来，不清不白，却总是在我开始脸红了才离开。我想在与风相爱，怎样转身你？ 眼美丽，像素都在摇摆，融化成一片花海。让我一片片随开，随花瓣轻轻涌向你，你会抱紧我。
I love, sorry to interrupt the flow, this totally dreamy state of. I didn't know we were going here, but again, you go back to the intro, and you didn't realize this would be where you would end up at halfway through the album. You just like, it's just an incredible. Yeah. But this also feels like this is exactly where the song should be in the context so far of this journey.
Yeah, unexpected, but totally. I mean, we're still in that groove.
Yeah,
that vibe.
And I love what he's doing vocally. And it's just, there's some moments where he goes up and just puts in like a really quick vibrato. Again, just these little, what do I want to call it? Decorations, for lack of a better term. These little decorations vocally that just gives it a sentiment that also separates it from the previous song so far. And a quick example right here. Yeah. It's all, It's just a little faster, a little wider of kind of that sharp flat movement that the vibrato has, the amplitude of it. Just really cool little choices. What were you gonna say musically? I think.
Yeah, it kind of has that sort of 50s sound to me. It's like, like Elvis, Everly Brothers type of thing,
Yes.
but with a little psychedelic twist on it. But there's some cool stuff going on. It's first of all, I just want to say it's really hard to mimic, like when I'm like trying to sing a Charlie song because. I love that little change.
Yes.
And then the second time around, and it goes to that C major.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Love it. Love that. By the way, that wasn't me. That was Sarah humming in the background. We're getting little glimpses of her voice.
I thought something
she
sounded
can sing.
angelic.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Let me back up a little bit. Let's keep going here.
你会抱紧我，还是摘片云彩，夺起我所有盛开？我是你啊，啦啦啦啦，啦啦啦，哒哒哒，此刻全宇宙摇摆。 随着我心跳开怀，云朵做飞船，澎湃天空节彩，看我随着风而开。我终于这时存在，终于对自己够坦白，不用为未来独自犹豫徘徊，牵我的手不。
Great.
It's crazy because really up to this point, I don't know that there's really been any vibrato. Maybe a couple moments at the most.
Not accentuated like that. Yeah.
And then this one is just, and it's just the way he does it too is so. There's something so eerie about it too. It's like, it's.
Well, I think it's because he almost does a glissando in with it, right? So instead of it's like almost like he starts the vibrato a little bit early, so it just kind of like eases you into it in a way that's a little more gentle, like you're being squeezed by a giant little rice man.
I don't know. Which actually that's what I want in life. I don't want it to actually be the rice man. I just want to be embraced and loved by a little rice man.
That's exactly what I think that's what being a Shenmi is it not? Is it
yes.
That?
Yeah. We're doing. That's
exactly what's happening.
On the right.
No, it's got like it's got like this. Oh, yes. It's got like this. Yes, it's Steven Sanchez too. Yeah, I can kind of hear that. It's a little. It even goes more psychedelic or like sort of Alice in Wonderlandy. It's just
yes.
Just very. It's sort of. It's beautiful, but it's also sort of spooky, like kind of Wizard of Oz. It's like. I don't know. It's so cool that what you did there.
It's fantastic. Right before we jump into the next song, which is Fix You. It's funny I referenced Coldplay earlier. I'm assuming this is an original and not Coldplay song.
Yes.
Thank you again. Super chats. You guys are killing it. I can't say the name. Thank you, Zhang Xuan, Cici Dai, Teresa Tao. Another name I can't pronounce, but I love you. Wesley, Shirley, just big rice hugs to all of you. Thank you.
Yes. What an amazing fan base. Seriously. You guys just...
So much love.
You show up. I mean, look at the numbers. I mean, that's great. And then also you're just so supportive too. It's just...
1,600 people in the chat. Crazy.
Yeah. You're so generous. Thank you guys so much.
Do we have any coffees real quick before we set up the next song?
Yeah. Catwalk. Thank you so much. On the catwalk. On the catwalk.
Wait, what is that song?
I'm too sexy for this shit.
Slightly out of context.
Yeah. Wow, I'm out of the vibe somehow.
All right, Sarah, what's up with this one?
Yes. Okay, next song, Fix You. Not the Coldplay Fix You. This is a quote written by Zhou Shen. So with the lyrics, he participating, writing the lyrics together. And backstory of this song. So 200 years from now, there are amazing little robots that will mend all of our injuries. That will sew up any of our
Do they look
parts.
like fluffy, puffy pieces of rice?
I have no idea, but I'm assuming they're very comfy.
Just say yes, Sarah. Just say yes.
Yes.
Let us live in our illusion.
Yeah, and then so because there's people from all ages, right? There's kids, there's adults, and so also for the robots, there's adult robots that mend adult humans and little children robots that sew up children's human. And so the child robot's asking the parent like, I can sew up all these kinds of wounds, but there's one place that keeps every time I sew it up, it always the wound always open up again, which is the heart. And so the parents telling the child robot like, yeah, because I think this is just how humans are. And and the little child robot is very curious to see the adult's heart, what does that look like. And so and once the child robot sees the human heart is full of misunderstanding, regrets, guilt, helplessness, self-blame, and all that stuff. And so the little robot is kind of sad and asking the parent, are we really able to sew their heart, like fix their heart, once and for all? But maybe not once and for all, but as long as the heart is still beating, there's a chance to sew it back up, to fix it again. So
awesome.
Like the concept, as you understand it, is all the hurt that we feel, all the things that we feel throughout life, and sometimes it's hard to fix it or heal it completely, but we just have to work on it. And and Zhou Shen also shares about the song that because of all the things he went through, all the hurt and scar, but because of his fans, people who love him, he's being healed. So he's hoping also through the songs that we can also be healed slowly, as time goes.
Just brilliant. Again,
awesome.
Just to deepen into that is just awesome. Quick, I just wanted to answer this question because I greatly appreciate you even asking. Daniel, where do I buy coffee, please? So is the link in the description. You can purchase there. We greatly appreciate that. Thank you again for the super chats coming in, Anna and Minji. Son?
Yes, thank you guys so much.
All right, Fix You. Here we go. I like that description. We make mistakes, but we make amends.
情绪伤口修不能收，短暂缝合之后又渗出血流，同父母说相同困惑，也正在大人身体里经历着，不停思索，寻找缘由，听见左胸传来回声的空洞，这不够好，那要盖过无尽的盼头。I'm giving my all， 寻找缺口，修补伤口。I'm giving my all。
A hint of English lyric again.
缝补之后又再次泪流。I'm giving my all。
love you too, Angela. Thanks for being with us. Thank you for staying up.
Oh, wow.
否定承诺，双月承诺，都缝合成细腻温柔的颜色。落单门口，无心
There he is. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it.
爆炸成坚强独立的成就，重复工作，重复失落。调换角色，修补找新的成果。不同身体，不同角落，同样的苦痛。I'm giving my all.
Can we look at the lyrics in the second verse? God, this is just brilliant. Hold on, I'm gonna get. So let me just to recap a couple of it. Bandage into pillars of strength and independence. And this line right here: repeated work, repeated disappointment. Shifting roles seek fresh achievements, despite being in different bodies and places. It's the and then giving my all. So
不同
this
角落，同样的苦
the pain is the same. Different bodies. I mean, if that doesn't bring in all of the struggles of humanity in our own journey, our own life, our own cultures, our own societies, our own predispositions, and all of those things, conditioning that we all go through from the time that we're born, to just recognize that and bring us together in that tiny little rice hug. It's just beautiful.
Mhm.
The sentiment here, and then giving my all at the end. Again, also giving just these moments in English. I think he's, maybe cracking the door open to be, to for lack of a better term, bleed into other languages around the world and everything musically, which I think is just a great strategy. But also the choice words, they're simple and just so effective. You talk often about phonetic flow in songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese sounds insanely difficult to me. When someone's speaking, it's not like harsh, like maybe like some Slavic
German.
or German, sounds that might be a little more harsh, but there's still a lot of like disruptions in the phonetic flow that's there. And then to choose words and syllables that flow, that give you a sense of feeling, is incredibly difficult to do. And then to do that in Chinese as well as English, just so well done. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, and another cool thing real quick too is for the sort of otherworldly sci-fi, far-reaching concepts, everything is very rooted. Everything is sort of rooted in something that's very relatable to what we all are feeling now. It's just in the context of this futuristic setting that he has set up, which is really cool. So those two things combined, I think it's awesome.
Just beautiful.
I'm giving my all. 大人背后，长暮云盖着。I'm giving my all.
I also love that someone, I don't know who, at the Zhou Shen North American fan club was having fun with this video, taking the all, moving it around, giving it effects. Just because I edit some of our post stuff, so I appreciate the time and energy, just like these little moments. It's just, I'm enjoying it. So shout out to you.
孩子内心底色是情的 I'm giving my all 白的天空流了一滴墨 I'm giving my all 如何调色如何来涂抹所有无助的绑住的困住的我都清楚却给无
love you, Chris. See you later.
Hey, Chris.
也无法从头来过。I'm giving my all， 各自运转，各自角色。I'm giving my all， 你们都是第一次活着。I'm giving my all， 万般无意，伤口却留着。I'm giving my all， 伤痕再多，也值得被爱着。
Oh, that lyric. Yeah.
Yeah, this song has that sort of quintessential Charlie soar, like
Bye, Brigitte.
I mean, and just that quiver vibrato.
Yes.
It just really just enters your soul. I like the use of the harmony there. That harmony.
Yeah.
So they could have done that kind of like that major third thing, which is typical, but they went with the perfect fourth. So the melody's on a D, the harmony's on the A below it. So that's that fourth sound, which is kind of like it's got a little bit of that angular thing, especially in the context of the B flat chord, which is the that sixth chord.
Yes.
That major. So they do that first couple times, and then the second half, then they go up to that high harmony, that third above. Yeah.
And not only that does that melody evolves in and of itself, but the way he sang it. If you go back and listen to the first, second, and third chorus in which he repeated that higher part, first it was angelic, kind of like soared up there, like you said, and had this cool little vibrato. Then the second time, very similar, had a little bit of a little more weight to it, a little more body, a little more warmth. And the third time had more of a plea feeling to it. It's just a little bit of a push, and just gave it just more of like that conviction of I'm giving it my all. So and I love that too, because then you also know there's no copy paste going on. The singer's not going like, oh, this sounded good in the first chorus, let's just fly it in, is the term that used to be. For second and third, and then add harmonies or whatever. It's just like all sung through, and it evolves in an absolutely beautiful, beautiful way.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thanks for coffee, people. Richard, what do you think?
Yes, please do.
Yes, please. Thank you, Daniel and Pulopia. Thank you for your 5 coffees.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
And all the incredible super chats. I'm going to go through and star all those later too. And Auntie, 5 coffees.
Auntie,
thank you so much.
Auntie S, thank you so much.
Auntie
Not to be
S.
confused with Auntie Anne's, which is one of my favorite places to visit in the mall.
It's terrible for you. It's like bread soaked in butter.
Oh, it's delicious. Yeah. My favorite thing to do now that it's Christmas season and I'll be in the mall more, is to get one of those cups with the jalapeno cheese, and then sit in one of those massage chairs and just be lazy.
Enlarge yourself in real time.
Oh God! God, I might do that after this.
Oh my goodness! All right, moving forward. Track 9 is next.
Woohoo.
Fill us in.
Question for you guys. If there is a password that you can say and then you can understand any language, anyone, at any time, would you say it?
Wait, what's the riddle? So we have to create a password.
If there is a phrase that you can say that you can break down any misunderstanding, any communication barrier, any language barriers.
Oh, that's easy.
Like to learn it.
Little Rice Man. That's the phrase. We should all learn in any language.
The phrase is "Wala li longla." Can you say it with me?
Wali.
Wala li
One more time.
longla.
One more time. Sorry.
Wala longla.
Wala li longla.
Yes.
Wala li longla. What am I saying?
Yes. Correct. So that is the name of the song, and it's also the decoder for breaking down any barriers between any human. And so the story is 200 years later, the Tower of Babel. You guys are familiar with the story of Tower of Babel, where it's created to confuse people, and then they cannot really understand each other anymore. So it's a story in the Bible. And so the story of the song is that the Tower of Babel is finally completed, and so serving as the ultimate decoder for all species in the universe. And with the key command "Wala li longla" as the decoder, that everyone can enjoy like each other's presence and communication, and then the joy and the happiness can fill the earth.
Cool. Another good one.
What would
Man.
we have? This show would have completely failed without you, Sarah, and without the Zhou Shen North American. I mean, we would have talked more about maybe his voice, what we think the lyric is, or the feeling. Musically, there's always something to break down because there's always something interesting that Charlie brings forward. So it's not that we wouldn't have anything to say, but just shout out again to you and the fan club. Link below for that team, and we'll also all of these summaries are going to be pinned in the first comment in after this live stream is done, so you can go back and read it real quick rather than having to go back and find it, although we encourage you to go back and rewatch it. So thank you for all of this insight. There's just no way we would have gotten this much out of it, so thank you.
Yeah. Oh my
No
goodness.
problem. Let's enjoy a happy song.
Awesome. And Una, thank you for your 3 coffees.
Una and Auntie S. Yes, we already thanked Auntie S.
Yes, because you went on your butter binge at the mall. All right, here we go.
Good.
把蜗牛都放大，把气泡对准它，口味自由混搭，用沙粒提炼火花，无所谓章法，无所谓多伟大。一默念就出发，哈哈，哇啦哩咚啦，从月球一瞬移转成罗马，稀里又哗啦，星月会解码成眼光挥洒，被爱的花火玛格丽塔，甜美光辛辣，快乐没时差，哇啦哩咚啦。
That's cool.
在心里去涂鸦。
Someone says like an 80s pop influence.
Yeah.
夸父不起力呀，美梦可以一件带回家，无所谓复杂，哦，有到更浮夸，一默念就出发，哇啦哩咚啦，从月球一瞬移转成罗马，稀里又哗啦，星月会解码成眼光挥洒。被爱的花火玛格丽塔，甜美风辛辣，快乐没时差，哇啦哩咚哒。
If you've never heard Charlie before, you'd think there was someone else in the studio or someone brought their kid in or something like that. No, it's all layers of his voice.
Yep, pretty much.
I'll be back.
Great tune. I love it. I did not expect that groove to come in. That, like you said, it's kind of got that 80s vibe, which sort of modern pop is, it's like neo 80s. They're using some of the same soundscapes that they used back then. Really catchy. I mean, this is one that could be a single for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is right in that niche. It's awesome.
Yeah.
花火玛格丽塔，甜美风辛辣，快乐没时差，哇啦哩咚哒。我独具浪花不
love how we get to
again,
see Happy Charlie at the
just
end of
I
every
know
song,
at the
too.
end of all of them. Oh my goodness. So Grace, you wrote, well, Wala Lilonga is a song with a joyful secret code, as Sarah was explaining. At Zhou Shen's concert, he led the audience to 60,000 people to shout that out. Can you imagine that?
Wala lilongla.
It should have been 60,002 because we should have been there. But
That's true. That's true. As a songwriter, if you can find a great phrase like that, I mean, that's like the whole game right there. It's like, that's what they call a hook, in songwriting speak. So you have to have a good hook. You can have like a cool song, but if you don't have that hook, it kind of amounts to not that much in the end. So yeah, having a great, it's a great phrase and it means something profound, and
the
it
value to it, yeah.
It just rolls off the tongue. It's great. Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to introduce the next song. I don't know what it is, but I only know it's the title. So I haven't heard the music to this whatsoever. I have no idea. But Johnny, I'm going to say the title, and I know you're going to be inspired to go to the piano, and I can't wait to hear what you come up with. The song title is Life is Like a Box of Chocolates.
Oh.
I knew we'd get him. Great soundtrack.
Richard, I think we skipped the song.
We did? So Johnny, after the next song, I have a song title that's going to inspire you to play a great soundtrack. But I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say.
Well, I love a good surprise.
I gotta hold on. Let me back it up. Empty Shell is next, I believe, Sarah.
Yes. So
continue.
Empty Shell. Okay. So the official English name is Shen, which is Zhou Shen, his name, and this lyrics is written by Zhou Shen. So in the world 200 years later, you can create anything with your imagination. So that somebody imagined a empty trunk, a tree trunk that can carry everybody's burden or secrets or emotions and things like that. And then so basically in a nutshell, like Zhou Shen is saying like he himself is this empty shell that can carry everyone's their emotions or what the things that they want to share, secrets and things like that. And in a music show, he actually shared about this song. He's saying like, because usually people when they first hear him, they will hear him with a certain style, like maybe from the OSTs, the soundtracks and things like that. So there's a Zhou Shen that people know and aware of and is more known for, right?
Okay.
But he can also sing a lot of different styles, like we all know. And then so he is saying like his musical journey, and then the song is also talking about his like brave exposure of this inner world, of like depicting his individual like seeking his true self and breaking free from any constraints of the world. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
All right. Cool.
Does that make any?
Yeah. Well,
It's funny because I was going to bring that up. How interesting it is that where we're at with our Charlie journey from where we started, because that first song it was all about the acrobatic stuff and the 60 voices that he can do, and it's like, what is going on here? Like, it's just we were just amazed by that, and it's just and it just to see how his artistry and its full capacity is just so cool, because he also has the bag of tricks that everybody would love to have too, that gets people's attention,
right?
But he's just got so much more depth than that too.
Awesome. All right, let's jump in.
们都说我只是个空壳，不懂残酷或温柔的面孔，而你却从远方走来，带着醒悟，一点点把我填满了。
The vocal fry, breathiness, textures.
有你爱的存钱筒，有你赢的小单球，有你手的第一束花，有你等好久好久把第一双鞋拥有，有你看了又看，终于带你出窗的曲。你说这都叫昨天的，还有不远方的手，被生活压低的头，有你总一个人在漆黑隧道里走，有送不到的问候，有无人听懂的痛，都一一交付于我，原来这叫苦的，我带着他们走，全都是为沉重，在与你告别后，才明白这叫做拥有。
Okay.
Nice.
I agree, Jim.
懂得了滋味的空壳，不懂为何信任那么多，却给了我长出了血肉的空壳，开始感觉比从前更空，是你给的，没装满的存钱筒，落满灰尘的单球，第一束花也已掉落，那终将放开的手，那无力抬起的头，你全给我毫无保留，我欣然都接受。空盒满载
I love some production choices here too. Vocally, like he starts off with like a layer of just harmony, da, 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 or whatever the line is. He's just harmonizing above it, supporting the lead line, and then the harmony takes over the melody in the background. I don't want to say takes over, but separates from the lead melody, and you end up having a duality in tone and in storytelling that's there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of unusual. Usually you've got your front and then you just layer it with harmonies in the back. You don't let the background take over. So if you missed it, let me just play that section again, and I'm curious on your thoughts with that too, Johnny. Be back up.
Yeah.
已掉落，那终将放开的手，
Perfect sync.
那无力抬起的头，你全给我毫无保留，我欣然都接受。
I mean, he just abandons from the grounded melody and just
Yeah.
like he's
I mean, the
bending
melody
and-
is still at the forefront, but
Right.
But the way that the background kind of like lingers over is cool, and it definitely like has its own voice. I guess it's not just an afterthought. It kind of like you were saying, you know. Again, and also like kind of getting that fourth sound. It's just like it's really sweet. And the song overall is just really cool. It's very like sort of hypnotic. Which that change is really cool. That B minor, and it kind of just loops, and it's just very hypnotic. It just kind of gets, and then it's very deliberate in its pacing, and then it gets to that point like that where the drums come in, and it's kind of it's like, ooh, what's this? But it's perfect.
But it kept its hypnosis intact. Like oftentimes you throw in drums and it takes you out. Like it kept you in that forward momentum. Just really well done. Even the actual rhythm that was selected for it allowed you to stay in that space.
And the fact that range-wise, this is a little bit lower for him than we typically hear too. He's, you know, I think he hit a F#3 in there, which for him is getting on the lower end of things.
Yeah,
it's just nice, and it's also cool that he doesn't really have. We've probably talked about this too. There's not an awkward spot in his voice. It doesn't. You don't hear any sort of obvious breaks. It's just
no. He doesn't need to avoid anything in his melodic phrasing. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's keep going here.
和满在此刻还手，而你却还在问我填满空壳的意义，可我只是害怕你弄丢了你自己。一说就的你已经就快要分崩离析，还不知道新的你该在哪里找寻，我带着他们去。也许再次相遇，再轻轻拥抱你，这空壳是我，也是你，也是你。
It's also you. It's just
another great one.
Another great one. Just as the whole thing moves forward in terms of. Well, Sarah. Oh wait, no, you're back. Okay. Can you hear us, Sarah? Uh-oh, I don't think she knows she's on.
Doesn't appear.
All right, I will take her off for the moment. She's trying to get on. Hopefully, Sarah, you can hear us. She's going to call back.
Okay.
So, I don't really have anything more to add to that one. The delicate choices in production and vocally, just that breathy tone, the low range like you're pointing out. And I think my favorite part of that is reflective of some of the earlier pieces is the feeling of that hypnotic kind of pulse that was at the beginning of the album. So we're kind of like bringing that back a little bit here before we get into the next song, which reminds me of a movie. You're never going to guess which soundtrack I'm referring to, of course.
What could it be?
I don't know. This is a brand new idea. Sarah should join us shortly. So if you want to give us a little Forrest Gump, I'm going to say thank you to our super chats. Thank you right below here. I can't see your name, but thank you so much. And you and Lee and Tigro, Music and Magazine again. Carmen W, Music and Magazine again. Thank you for the super chats. Chan Catherine, Bronya Leon, Losai, can you... Now I lost Johnny. Okay, well, the show went from 3 people down to 2, which made it not as good. And now you're stuck with me until they call back. Hold on, I'm getting texts. Oh, no. Y'all still there? Hold on, let me go back to the main chat. Life is like a box of chocolates. Come back. All right, Johnny's calling back. And let's see if he jumps in. Maybe. I don't have your camera. I can hear you.
Okay.
What happened?
Charlie predicted the apocalypse, so...
Right.
Okay, let's see here.
Is your camera not on?
Oh, maybe not. Hold on a second. Oh, gosh.
Yes, Flory. So we're just going to do a third plug for West Tone Audio, where one of us, myself, is listening to Charlie through this album, which I highly recommend. We have a link for them in the description below. While they are gone and slowly working their way back onto the live stream, one more time, a plug for the Zhou Shen North American fan club. All of the videos that we're seeing today is actually exclusive for this live stream. So their team put together all of these lyric translations, all 14 tracks, and shared it with us, which is just absolutely amazing. And we will have a summary in the top comment pinned after this live stream. And it says waiting for host. Hold on, why is this? Oh, they're waiting for me. Hold on, let me turn this on and off. We've gone over 2 hours before. Oh, here we go. Here's Sarah. And, oh, she's there. They're coming back. The show isn't canceled. All right. Yay!
Oh, no. Yay.
I suffer without you guys. I should have just played Shirley Jones. So it would have been more entertaining.
Oh, gosh.
But we're back.
We're falling apart.
So, Sarah, we lost Johnny, too. So it wasn't just
really?
you. Yes.
Oh. Damn.
It's okay.
It's Mercury retrograde. This happens, guys.
We're moving forward.
We're moving forward.
I was just plugging your fan base and what a great job they did. So thanking them again for that, of course. And also be sure, the last reminder, in the description, there are also links to all sorts of ways that you can purchase this album from Charlie. Make sure you do that as well if you haven't already, if you're enjoying today's live stream. So,
is there another show on the internet that's this chaotic and this?
I'm going to say yes.
Adorable.
I'm going to say yes, but not with 1,700 people watching. So thank you for staying with us.
Oh, God.
All right. Life is like a box of chocolates. Hook us up, Sarah. What are we going to listen to?
So, 200 years later, when happiness drop and emotional problems arise, people seek help at the Happiness Manufacturing Studio. So there's this little robot that's going to give you a little examination when you go there with your problems or, from life. And, the robot's going to comfort you by letting you know, it's okay to cry. It's okay to laugh. It's okay.
Where was that robot 30 seconds ago? I needed him. When you all disappeared.
Now you have the song.
Perfect.
And the robot will actually give everybody a piece of chocolate before they leave, before they part from the studio. And this is also to, the title, I know the English is translated into Life is like a box of chocolates, but the Chinese one is actually, direct translation is called It's Okay. So it's okay, like I said, it's okay to... It's okay to rest, it's okay to take a little break sometimes. It's okay to laugh like no one's watching, dance like no one's watching, right? Like live life, and it's okay to give yourself, a little pat on the back sometimes. And just also with the piece of chocolate, of the story, Zhou Shen also wants everyone to kind of remember the joy that piece of candy could bring you. So remember the little sweet things in life.
This is the best. I just had to. I knew that would cue you. I wanted to hear it. A little Wonka moment. Go on, Sarah. Sorry.
Yes. Oh yeah. What else? I think that's pretty much it.
Perfect.
An outlet. Mm-hmm.
Let the song unfold. Let's go.
Let's do it.
藏起来的自
Interesting
己
sound choices.
和秘密
Yeah.
被留在心底。只是下一张你，好好呼吸吸，让甜蜜具体，让夜晚抹去余地。其实都没有关系。我们会呼吸。
Just do one stop here. But just realizing this is kind of a unique experience when listening to music with, a crowd, right? There's roughly, we got 1,631 people, listening right now. So, but it feels like when listening to Charlie, like a group therapy session. Does it not?
I've often said that Charlie is my therapy. Yes, he's healing. Yeah.
There's something even with these lyrics too. It's just that there's something beautiful about another human reminding you to let it go, or to forgive yourself, or to give yourself grace, or whatever the situation is. And he's really good at like bathing you with that idea just gently over and over again in the context of this album. And just to kind of, that's why I say I think it's so good to meditate to a piece like this, because it just allows you to go into a greater depth. But yeah, I just think his music does that so well.
No, it's such a rare combination to have somebody that just has a sound that is so appealing, but then to be saying things that are so that just touch something deeper in us. I mean, that's a rare thing. And yeah, and I've said it before. I feel healed when I hear him, and I'm not being just trite and cliche, and I'm not trying to just get a soundbite. It's actually true. He changes our vibration. Like you can feel it. It's just this tangible feeling of like, okay, you're in a different place. You're just in a more settled place. You're more centered. And and he heals with his thematically, but also just sonically. There's just something about his voice. It's like a Zen bell. It's like,
yes, and collectively too. When I'm seeing the hearts and agreement to this idea that we're speaking of right now in the chat, like you guys are all over the world, right? I mean, I saw earlier you're from Hong Kong and Thailand and Australia and the Philippines and Canada and the U.S. and Paraguay. So it's just to be all over the world and to simultaneously have that therapy, that healing process through music is just incredibly magical. And 200 years from now, it'll be that much more in real time, hopefully.
It's going to be even that much more necessary in 200 years' time.
Yeah,
sure.
That's for sure. Indonesia.
我们会呼吸，我们在努力，我们会跳起，一路不停在阶梯，一生填补着缝隙。
Malaysia. Crazy.
同时拼凑了自己。
These sound transitions too in this song in particular.
Yeah, really good production overall. I mean, I love what's happening.
Can you explain? Sorry.
Oh no, just you go ahead. What were
No,
you
I was gonna put it on you to explain. When I say transitions, and you hear this more in a studio album than what you might hear with a live setting or with like a band of like 4 or 5 people. What is the purpose of transitions that we're hearing all over this album?
Yeah, transitions are just to transition from one part of a song into another. So say you're going from a pre-chorus into a chorus. It can be a sound effect, maybe a whooshing sound, just some sort of like crescendo into a part that's supposed to be bigger. It can be also from an instrument. It can you can
Charlie's voice.
Sometimes you can do like a something like a reverse sound, just something to kind of subliminally hint at something bigger to come, or to come out of a part. So say you're coming out of a chorus, and sometimes you might have like a shh. It just kind of
like settles you down a little bit.
Yeah,
sonically.
so it's not jarring. It just kind of like gradually gets you out of that part. Yeah,
and there's some really cool soundscapes that they're using in this production, particularly that song I found that had that, almost chimey kind of breathy things that was going from place to place, which is really well done.
Yeah, and then real quick, I just want to discuss his voice again real quick, because on the surface, a song like that, it doesn't seem like there's that much acrobatics going on, all that stuff. But it's the subtle choices that he's making. Not a hint of vibrato in those choruses. That's an intentional choice.
Yes.
Not a hint of vibrato, very breathy, and then he'll just, every once in a while, he'll come in with more of a pure tone. And it's just, he's doing that all the time, and it just goes unnoticed because,
it's
just
seamless.
In the context of everything he does. Yeah, it's seamless for sure. Which is, that's the point of that. Yeah. It's like that's, to make it so not noticeable. But just want to point that out.
And to continue with this, also we have people here from Romania, Flori. I know more from Hong Kong, Switzerland. It just wow. Furthers my point of just his ability to draw people together. Obviously, YouTube helps make that possible, but musically right now in this moment, for all of us to be here watching this, experience this together, it's like you have to have something pretty special to draw that many people to a very humble sized channel like ours. So it's just, we're proud to be a part of this journey for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Next song, track 12.
Track 12. Braveheart.
This is the rock song, right?
Yes, this is the rock song. But you reacted before, but I wasn't in the show because I had to go to my meetings.
So it's terrible.
I didn't.
You weren't here.
Seriously, I'm fired. Fire myself. But yes, this is one of my favorite songs because I love rock music too. So it's very exciting to see Zhou Shen does a rock song, which I thought like maybe there might be some screamo because it's fitting for this song too, but maybe in the future.
We'll see.
Screamo from Zhou Shen. Can you imagine?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So this backstory real quick of this song called Braveheart, or literal translation from the Chinese title is Don't Change. Like may you yourself, like your core doesn't change, no matter how much time it passes. And so it's talking about how like in the year of 2022, 2224, that there's these like little robots that can actually they can actually have a soul if they are willing to go through the darkness, the patience, the time, and they don't know how long it's gonna take. But it's almost like a grain of sand in a oyster shell, and from the time it passes, that it become a pearl.
Pearl, right?
Right. So it's kind of like the same concept, and so it's talking about how like the soul is growing in the body in the shell of the robot. Through time, and then there's like the soft, the fragile, the quiet, and also but there's the hard, the romantic, and the brilliant that's being developed in the core of the body as the soul.
Wow.
Yeah, so
okay,
let's hear the song.
Let's hear real quick.
Thank you to Amy real quick, and not real quick, thank you so much. We don't want to gloss over that. And Big Fish in the Ocean of Zhou Shen. Or Zhou
Thank
Shen.
you so much for your your coffees and all of the super chats that you see coming in here as well. Thank you, all of you, for your generosity. All right, let's rock out. I'm ready.
Ooh. That's awesome.
Hold on. He was using his false folds for the first time to my recollection. Oh, this part right here. That part where he's going like that right there, that growl. That's the it's called the false folds as opposed to the true folds. True folds are aimed upwards. They come down together and they stretch front to back in like a V shape. That produces just the vibration, singing typically.
Mm-hmm.
But the false folds are a pressure relief valve positioned just above that, still inside of the larynx, and they're aimed down. And they don't have that superficial lamina propria, that the outer layer that actually vibrates to create frequency that we use to sing and speak with. So instead, it's more of like it's just like a ligament, almost like a cartilage based thing, and it trips up and down. So if you go to lift something heavy, you feel that lock. So he's engaging that in that moment. That's giving that that growl with it. He rarely uses that. It's such a cool texture.
Got some Marilyn Manson vibes going on in this one.
Right? Right?
Crazy, yeah.
Sound like him again.
Oh, we've heard this one. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I love this riff. In no stretch of my imagination did I think we'd be seeing this in the chats while listening to Charlie.
Zhou Shen.
Oh my god, I love it. So I mean, again, using his voice in new, fantastic ways, and just the idea of introducing. There's one thing about introducing electric guitar to an album to give it a different texture as the song, as we've seen, just continues to evolve. But to actually have the guitar riff so like almost mid to, I would say, late 80s metal. And we're talking like Metallica Ride the Lightning riff. I mean, it sounds like not that it's a ripoff of it, but it's like that time period to put here for his voice for this story is just absolutely fantastic. And I approve.
Yes, Richard definitely approves.
Oh my God.
Man, Charlie is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get from him. You ever. You
Exactly.
never know what you're going to get.
That's right.
我的爱，我的痛都围上起来，请我看开，我的存在，我的命，我的爱都不必躲开。我原谅我自己，捡起很多而无奈。我允许我放手，让我勇敢活在现在。我不等待，我不徘徊，我的笑，我的泪都不再苍白，放肆盛开。
I'm turning this up.
Nice.
Again!
Full juice freaks in there too.
What's great is this dark like riff going underneath it, but he has this beautiful message on top. Just
I know.
it's only he can pull this off, right? So it just has this his conviction, his self-conviction of who he is and standing his ground invites the idea of like a straightforward push rock beat with a great guitar riff with the that I don't want to say telling that's what I want to use to try to trigger in us as listeners that same feeling, like to stand your ground, to be who you are, to, you know, like all of those things, these seeds that were planted throughout the course of this album to just like, and now it's time to grow, right? So that the sun is on it and just like to blossom all of these ideas.
Yeah.
With the lyrics here. So well done. And his voice, he could just make a metal album and I'm so there.
I know, seriously.
Me too. Let's do it. Come on, Zhou Shen.
Wow.
Rock album.
So good. Oh, I can't wait. I can finally crank this up because we saw that we reacted this once before, like you said, on stage, right? We did like the fan cam or whatever. So now I can actually like hear the produced version of this on repeat. Very excited.
Yes.
Although I'm very curious. I'll let you guys know later, because of course we're going to do a Zhou Shen part 7 or 12 or whatever number we're at. We're going to continue to do more. If you can imagine meditating to this, and then you get to this part of that mental therapy and journey, like where does your brain go?
Well, sometimes you need something to jar you loose too, you know? It's like tranquil is all good, but sometimes life needs to come in with a sledgehammer and just shake things up a bit.
That's exactly right. Oh my goodness. All right, we have 2 more to go. Next up is The Mask.
The Mask. All right. So this one is composed by Zhou Shen. He did the music, the melody for the song. Once he read the lyrics, he really resonate with the lyrics. As you know, last time I also shared a little bit about this, that before he became Zhou Shen, the singer, he was just someone who's singing online, who's not really showing his face because, you know, like his tone is not very like widely acceptable with you know, some people thought is a girl, you know, all that stuff. So he was getting a lot of, you know, hate comments and things like that, and he's afraid of that too, so he didn't really want to show his face back then. But because his fan grew, and then they started to show him, or he started to feel all the love, and he felt more safe to show himself, his real self. And so that's kind of step by step to where he is right now, you know.
Awesome.
And so this song, The Mask, is talking about, you know, kind of like back then when he was just saying online, his online name was Kabul. And so he was saying on his birthday live when he sang this song, you know, that this song is kind of talking about Kabul when he's, you know, just the online singer of, you know, afraid to show himself, but like hiding behind the mask. But, you know, thankfully there's a lot of people like you guys, like, you know, the fans who are really love him for who he is, and really willing to see him for who he is. And so hopefully this also resonate with people too.
Exactly, wants to encourage others to reflect on that as well. This song title's familiar. Did we react to a live version of this in the past?
Yes.
We did. Okay, I thought we did. But I couldn't remember the song, so that was a while ago. All right,
that was October.
Okay. Well, there you go.
There you go.
But John, so you know better than I. Awesome.
Right. Let's do it.
English lyrics. All right, here we go. After that metal guitar riff to move into this, just like
of course,
still pond after the waterfall.
选择瞳孔的颜色，剔除多余的骨骼，一件磨平了皱褶，你是爱我的。
That's cool.
风和翅膀多完美，体谅眼神不伤悲，晴空阴暗面颓废，我们相爱了。如果我是我虚构的一场秀，如果我变回怪兽，谢幕之后，如果滤镜后我满身污垢，关节会生锈，笑容会变丑。我没能给你分开的理由，我在你逃走之前先逃走。如果没有这些如果，你才会爱我。
You know, I wish the metal albums I listened to did more of this, like to give you like that sense of peace and inner reflection after rocking out. I just love the song order choice in this journey that he's created. And the piano, we've heard this before, but of course hearing it studio version and, you know, having the lyrics in front, we might have done this before, and I apologize if we're repeating ourselves, but I am curious. The piano parts here, there's some stepping outside of the key. There's some really cool, interesting. I mean,
there's too much stuff to go on. I can't remember all of it.
It's beautiful.
I mean, that little part of the chorus. Yeah. Yeah. You keep playing it. Maybe I can break into some of that.
Yeah, I love what La Hri, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but, you know, so fragile and vulnerable. I mean, those are the perfect words, simple words to describe what's taking place just in the mood of the piano, let alone his voice being intimate and just the breathy tones. That he had a couple little riffs that, again, he chooses where to put them. We know he can do like little R&B moments, but we haven't really heard them until here, or if he did them earlier, I missed it. Just these delicate choices, artistic. he's got like the ultimate toolbox as a singer, and to know what tool to put where when you are painting your picture or building your sonic architecture, there's just so much wisdom. And again, goes back to what Sarah was saying. Of course, there's 7 years put behind this album. 7 years of thought and contemplation. And
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop talking.
Go for it. Go. Nice.
Oh.
Beautiful. Nice.
多么完美的镜头，多么恐惧被剧透。一个我淡定自若，一个尖叫着求救。你爱我是真的，可你从来没看见过我。天哪，多荒谬！爱是编辑的人格。
That's awesome.
如果我是我虚构的一场秀，如果我便会。
She stated that he plays the piano. I don't know if he plays this. I mean, this is a complicated piece.
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah.
and then the way it cascades down.
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, yeah, just absolutely beautiful.
的一场秀，如果我变回怪兽，谢幕之后，如果滤镜后我满身污垢，关节会生锈，笑容会变丑。我没能给你分开的理由，我在你逃走之前先逃走。
Plea in his
如
voice.
果没有这些如果，你是否爱我？多渴望被爱着，却因此感到绝望。为何在幸运的时候怀疑自己不值得？哦，也许你能够帮我拉开这皱脸的双手，颤抖却温柔，说你依然爱着我。也许我是我虚构的一场秀。
This is a good moment. We were saying earlier, transitions. He's using his voice as it transitions, setting up the next part in this layer. So well done.
这皱脸的双手，颤抖却温柔，说你依然爱着我。也许我是我虚构的一场秀，也许我变回怪兽，谢幕之后，也许滤镜后我满身污垢，关节会生锈，笑容会变丑。还有那么一点期待，也许没人逃走。我无法给你留下的理由，可不可以不需要理由？
Damn. That's awesome. What a well-constructed song too. That's just it's not your typical ballad. It's there's a lot of nuance, a lot of sophistication going on there with the chord changes. Beautiful melody. Man.
Little Richard, not the singer, but referring
I
to
was gonna
myself.
say, where are we going here?
referring to
Tutti
my
frutti.
referring to my past self. Who didn't really sing Tutti Frutti at any point in his life. That, for me, reflecting on, which many have, and I know Charlie has, for my own reasons, being bullied, that, man, especially that 3rd to 8th grade span, adolescence, and, getting into puberty and all like that. It's just like, this is the song I needed to hear. You know what I mean? It's just, it's
Right.
like songs like this. It's just like, you're not alone. It's okay. It's, despite how you view yourself, what you fear, what others will think of you, just all of those sentiments, just beautifully expressed in the poetry of the song. And in the music just takes you to a beautiful place.
Yeah, no, he's covered a lot of emotional ground, and everything has been like sometimes there's message songs, or there's like in movies now there's messages and they just kind of like hit you over the head with it. It's like so on the nose. Like
Right.
everything he's doing, it's like the message is coming through strong, but it's like done in a very just tasteful way.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. It is.
Yeah.
So it's not
Tasteful and poetic.
exactly. It's not subtle, but it allows interpretation, and that's what poetry does. So your life experience, just it allows you to interpret it in a way that reflects, and internally, as opposed to just being told what to think or what to say, and then
Yeah.
sometimes it's effective and many times it's not, right?
Right.
So
Yeah. Makes you think. A
Yeah.
lot of these songs
absolutely.
pose a lot of questions on life.
We only have one more,
One more. The
but we are
outro.
42 minutes over our allotted time that we said we were going to do. So
Are you
I know.
okay on time?
we have to be. It's for Charlie. Thank you, everybody, for
Okay.
being here. 1,700 people just live in the chat.
Yeah, this is
In and of
amazing,
itself.
guys.
This is amazing. It's sticking with we're approaching 3 hours here. So thank you for
International
hanging
party.
around. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and one last coffee too. I would like to thank NGW. Someone, thank you so much for your 5 coffees, and thank you all for your donations today. Unbelievable.
Thank you. And the super chats continue. I wish I could say everybody's name. Shirley Lau, Tyrone, Chinese character. Chuyun Yo, Chinese character. Yo In Lee, Tigro. Just everybody. Again, Music Magazine and Cameron. Everybody's been very, very generous. We appreciate it. Again, reminder as we lead into the last, the outro here. If you're enjoying the music, if you haven't already purchased this, please go support Charlie directly. The links are below in the description. There's multiple ways to do that. You can also please go to and follow the Charlie Zhou Shen North American fan club, who put all of these videos together. I mean, so many hours of a team, to translate and check each other's work and everything else. So much has been put into this. Sarah, please extend our little rice man hugs to all of your friends in your team.
For sure. Thank you. A lot of them are in the chat. They're on live stream as well. So
Thank you all.
they hear all your thanks, and thank you for having us.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you for
Okay.
Our pleasure.
sharing Zhou Shen with the world, with your channel, and
It's
for,
our privilege. Our privilege. But don't go yet, because we still have one more track that we're going to go to.
one more track, the
All
outro.
right. Yes. And then I'll also have to give you guys a heads up when we're going to do more Charlie reactions as well. So here we go. So this is the outro. Is there anything we need to know in advance?
Personally, when I heard this, it made me cry, just because it kind of sounds like how the journey the entire journey he went through till now, and the I guess, the acceleration of how his growth as well. But yeah, like overall, like for the outro, Zhou just want to thank everyone for listening to the entire album until the outro, and to like for those people who can actually resonate with the messages in the songs and what he's trying to express, and also to like thank people to embrace him when he is being vulnerable, showing his true self, his soft spots.
Yes.
And thank you for embracing Zhou Shen and loving him.
And
Yeah.
speaking of thanks for the 20 coffees that just came in, that read, Jaime, Cece, thank you so much. Thanks to, I finally found it on my phone. Thanks to all of you for listening to Zhou Shen Songs and Stories. Yes, thank you very much for your support as well.
Sarah, by the way, how are you pronouncing it? Because we're saying more of a Zhou. I feel like you're saying more of a
Joe, like just like a J.
Kind of, kind of like almost a G, J and G.
Joe.
So it's not really Z. It's not Zhou. It's
okay.
Zhou.
I thought I heard a Z, so I was wondering. But
yeah.
Okay. Zhou Shen. Okay. Zhou
That's
Shen.
why we often go with Charlie, because we no disrespect by saying his name wrong in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Zhou Shen. Everyone was gonna know who Zhou Shen is.
Yes.
Sooner or later.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it. Oh.
Did I hit play? Oh, I did. Hold on, it's building.
Is there supposed to be a video?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for your coffee. 929 WSF. Thank you, Kathy, for explaining that. Hint of his voice there. Thank you, Rushmore. Great build. Well, I'm hitting pause. The chat's... What happened? Did we lose everybody?
I don't know.
There's question marks. Oh no. Get thumbs down. Question mark. Are you all still there? Hold on.
Yeah.
It says we're still live, Let me check on the back end. What? No, they lost sound and picture, disconnected?
Oh, jeez.
Is this how we're going to end this?
Oh, my God.
Oh my god, what's wrong with today? So many difficulties.
Whoa, stream. Oh, we got hit with copyright. Stream suspended. Hold on.
Oh really?
Yep. Yep. Hold on. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, everybody's freaking out. It got hit with copyright.
Is it the last one? The last song?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Maybe we played it for too long without the break.
No, that would have been like built up over time. So that might have been reflection from the very beginning.
Oh.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang up and we're going to go right back. Okay. Wait a minute. No,
Okay.
I have this. I'm still recording on my end. So here's what's going to happen. She was suspended for copyright violations is what it gave out. So we're still recording. Hi, everyone. Let me bring Sarah back in. So we're going to post this recording that we have right now. We were on almost 3 hours and we got hit with the copyright, so it stopped. But we're going to post this on Patreon in post. We still have coffees coming in. Thank you.
What? They can still give coffees?
They can still give coffees. So what we're going to do is we're recording onto my computer right now. So I'm going to post this in Patreon. We are not live right now. You guys are going to see this shortly after. I'll post it up in the community board. We are at the tail end of the outro. Let me back it up a little bit, about halfway through. We will continue our reaction and then we're going to post this so you guys can see the end of it as well.
In 200 years, hopefully copyrights don't exist.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
We just can't avoid it. All right, hold on. Sarah, I'm going to keep you on screen here. Let's
We're back.
I don't think we're back. Wait, we're
They're
back.
Are we back?
No,
No.
there's no
Again.
way. How did we get
Well-
back?
Are we back? Really?
How was that? How do we get? How do we get
Thank
hit with the
you.
copyright? And then, and then they said never mind. Does that happen?
Because the magic
Yeah,
of Zhou
it
Shen.
started. People are saying it started again. The live
What?
stream.
Okay.
Well, so glad to have you back. We've been here the whole time. We almost stopped it. We're still recording. We got hit with the copyright violation. We are using Charlie's music, of course. That's why we constantly encourage to, go back and purchase the original. We were trying to spread the love and our appreciation of his work. And, we're using this in fair use terms, according to YouTube. So we're allowed to do this because we educate, entertain, all that stuff with it. But please go check out the original. I'm just letting people come back in. We're building up. We're 1,100, getting close to 1,200. Welcome back to the show. So, somehow we got kicked off of YouTube, and then they said, "Nah, it was Charlie. You guys are fine. Just keep listening, keep enjoying," and that's what we're gonna do. So we're backing up a little bit.
Maybe transparency would be good here, possibly for this one.
There's no video. It's the audio is getting hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, we need to listen to that.
Yes, a transparent audio would make this show very difficult to do. All right, here we go. All right, back into this build-up again. pausing for dramatic effect and to avoid copyright. This is an awesome ending. I will now continue.
I love that.
Putting his full voice into that. So powerful.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, it happened again.
Really?
We're gone again. We're so close to the end.
We're so close.
So close.
Come on, YouTube, let us finish.
Please, we have less than 1 minute.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on. Let me check the back end again. We're so close. This is unbelievable.
I really like it. I want to say how much I like it.
I know. We're not saying anything negative.
Oh my gosh.
They're saying come back, please. We want to be. We've such little left. I think. Man, do we just play?
Yeah, you're recording, right?
It's still recording.
Yeah, let's just finish it up.
Well, let's just go because I just don't know if we're going to get back on and then post it on Patreon. Because this whole thing might not end up being able to stay live, so I don't know. But anyway, let's hear the ending. His full voice is just, there's so much power. It's almost like he waited to the end to give it like that tone with a full chest voice sound. There's like a push. It's a little bit of a belted overtone. And the impact that it creates in it's, now at this point, it's not dry. It has like that wet reverb and delays built in with it that just makes it so huge.
Yeah, it's just got that soar.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get through the last 45 seconds, and then
let's do it.
It just leaves you with this lingering feeling, just like coming back.
I love the bookend from the first song, the instrumental to that. This one had words which the irony of saying hello on your last song of the album.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. It's like almost to say like, here I am.
I think we're back.
We're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I got messages saying we're back.
This is going to look ridiculous on playback. Listen, I'll tell you, yes, thank you everyone for your patience. For the 1,000 people that are watching right now, I'm going to put this on Patreon as well, just as a backup in case this gets shut down, because I don't know if it's going to last. And we'll post that in our community tab, so you'll be able to watch it back there with all the information. So what we were just saying that you might have missed, this sound here, right here. Just him using his, almost waiting to the last second to give here's the full beauty in his voice and like a cry, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. It's just absolutely incredible. Not a cry like a negative way, but just like almost like to be seen and heard to the world, and just his full impact of his voice. Just so well executed, and a great choice at that point as well.
Yeah, just bringing up the irony of it's the last song and he's saying hello. You know, it's like,
yeah,
you know,
Hello.
yeah, it's like not goodbye, it's hello. This is me. I've arrived,
Exactly.
type of thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I think that's it, and it looks like we might be off of the air again.
Yeah.
But before we go, I have this very, very special thing. This will be available on our Patreon. And if for those of you who were not able to watch it here, I need to play this. This is essential.
Goodbye, Sarah.
And remember, fair maiden, should you need us...
Yes, should you need us.
I don't know why, but every now and again in my life, for no reason at all, I need you.
Well, why didn't you say so?
And that is our show today. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Zhou Shen, North American Fan Club, for all of your assistance. We hope you get to see this on Patreon, if not on YouTube. What a weird ending to a fantastic show. We love you all. Thank you for the coffees and the super chats.
Yes,
all of our silver, gold, and diamond only members. If you'd like to become a member, starts at just one coffee per month, and you can suggest reaction shorts of Charlie and other favorite artists, and we're happy to do them as well. And that's one of the exclusive perks there. Have an amazing day, an amazing night, amazing week. We love you all, and be sure to end with this. Oh, this is the Charlie.